Alright guys, I'm here. I'm going to transplant some peppers and like orange bell pepper, yellow bell pepper, and let's see, red bell pepper, and some chilies. Yeah, red chilies. And I'll show you what they look like. When you see this right here, there's roots. We're like in the beginning of May, so I'm gonna transplant these so we can leave them inside longer, because we're supposed to have snow. So with peppers, they'll freeze and they will die. So I gotta keep these inside for a while. So I just thought I'd show you what I'm gonna be doing. I got some potting soil mix, so I'm going to be using that. This is the kind I'm using. And then I have some organic stuff too. I got this for my birthday, so I thought I'd use it. The potting soil for the plants. Okay, in my outside garden, we got strawberries from last year, so I just reused the containers. They do have holes, so in the bottom of the pot you put your plant in. So I just got a regular disposable cookie sheet, so I'm going to be putting the pot right on top, and it'll keep the water from going everywhere. So keeps the water on this little cookie sheet. Alright, I think we're ready to get started. I want to make some room so you guys can see. Okay, see it's empty. I gotta add some soil, potting soil, to the container. And I don't want to add too much soil because I'm going to plant these outside, so about that much for the bottom. I could put more, but alright, so this is orange bell pepper, so I want to keep this because I want to know what I'm doing. I take the sides, I make sure that the soil's wet with the plant, and then I just smush the sides and the bottom. And then I just want to see. Okay, with this, you don't want to hurt the stem of the plant, because if you hurt the stem of the plant will die. And I just place it in here in a little pot. I'm going to reuse these, so I'm keeping the little pot that I'm transplanting it from. And then I just take some potting soil and I just add around it. And this does get messy, so I got a trash bag and I cut it in half and put it over the table. So I'm using my kitchen table. It's like really cold outside and windy, so I want to do this inside. I guess I'm a baby, I don't like cold weather. And the wind's blowing really hard here, so I thought I'd just do this inside. I'm going to add some water to the plant, just a little bit. trying to pack the grounds a little bit. Okay, with this little tag, I'm going to put in here in the little pot so I know which one it is. That's what you do, right there. If it's a little cockeyed, that's okay. And you can push this side down if you want. But don't push too hard because you don't want to break the stem of the plant because it'll die. And then I'm just going to add it to here. I'm ready for the next one. Ready for the next plant. Okay, I have strawberry plant that I grew last year. And this is the pot that I'm going to use. So about that much soil, potting soil. I'm gonna grab this plant. This is a red bell pepper plant. If I can talk today. Okay, so just smash the sides because you want this loose. See, you just hold and you push this up. You let it fall out in your hand. So let the plant fall in your hand. Don't press on the stem because if you hurt the stem, you're going to kill the plant. So I'm just adding soil around the plant. Show you guys. See, this is already firm. I'm just adding soil just around it when it's in the pot. So this little pot, I'm putting dirt just right around the edges. So I stick this in the pot and then I'm just adding dirt around the edges and then I pack it a little bit. If you need to, just rotate your plant as you're putting the dirt, the potting soil on the sides. And you don't have to pack it really firm. Just, you can leave it loose. That's fine too. So I want to make sure I got my little tag that I know what it is. So this is a red bell pepper plant. When I'm done, I'm going to make sure these plants get really drenched because I want to make sure that they'll be okay in the soil. I'm going to move my lid here. about that much potting soil in the flower pot or plant pot. Okay, we smash the sides and the bottom. I just want to make sure I don't tear the roots of the plant. And I'm just squeezing and letting it fall. Adding some more soil to the sides of the plant. This is my yellow bell pepper plant. I'm going to give it a little drink of water. I just don't want water all over the table, so I'm going a little bit for right now. Alright, next pot. It's my little flower pot. So I gotta cut more off of this side. So if you have like a deck at your house and you really don't have a lot of places to grow anything, these pots this size would do great for like green bell peppers. So then you just put them on your deck and just make sure they have water when it's warm. Make sure it's not going to freeze and you should be okay. Okay, I want to make sure I have enough soil. Alright, I got my chili plant. Gonna smash the sides and the bottom. Push it out of the planter. I'm going to put it in the center of the next planter you're planting. Flower pot. I call it a flower pot. It's just easier for me to say that. If you need to, rotate the flower pot. I put my chili tag in my chili plant, so I know what it is. Water. I would say maybe a half a cup when I'm pouring in the flower pot. That's what it looks like. I don't want it to fall over. Don't want the plant to fall over, so I'm trying to hold it. Alright, we did 4 plants today so far. Alright, you guys, I'm going to pause for a second and clean up a little bit, and I'll see you in a minute. Alright guys and gals, I came back. This is Laurel, and I'm going to be doing some English daisy flowers in a flower pot. I'm going to start them in here, in this little flower pot. I'm not too sure what size this flower pot, but I'm going to start my flowers in here, in this flower pot. If you don't have like a garden area where you can plant plants, just keep them in this flower pot. It'll be fine. Just make sure you water it and take care of it, and you're good to go. So I'm going to plant some of these English daisies in the flower pot. I gotta combine some soil. So I'm going to pour some soil in the flower pot. Well, if you were to keep it in the pot, you probably want to fill it up just a little more so it has enough time to get roots and grow a little bit. But I'm going to transplant them from this to the garden, so I'm just going to do this much soil. And these English daisies, it'll tell you on the back how to plant it, so it'll be right there, and then it'll show you, since I live in the United States, I have the United States, and it shows me when I should plant them. So May and June, but it snows here, so I gotta keep this English daisy inside until it stops snowing. Because my luck, my flower will die. And my peppers. Oh wow, the seeds are tiny. That's how tiny the seeds are. The English daisy seeds are tiny, tiny. Kind of like carrot seeds. Alright, I'm just going to sprinkle the seeds over the soil. Just mix them up a little bit because you don't want to go too deep. I'm going to add some water. I'm going to use the top of the English daisies bag. I'm going to write on there and say English daisies and then put right here so I know inside. So I'm just going to put this little paper inside the flower pot so I know what it is. So what kind of flower it is. I grew a watermelon last year, so I'm going to add some seeds into, I'm going to do 2 plants. So I got 2 containers. I'm going to fill with potting soil. And I'm going to go 4 seeds per container. Got my 4 seeds. Here we go. Planting. I'm gonna have to wipe up the table. I'm making a mess everywhere. The seeds are right there. I'm just gonna push the dirt over a little, cover up the seeds, pat it down a little, and I'm gonna add some water. I have 2 more containers, potting containers. So I'm putting potting soil in my pots for growing jalapenos. These are medium. There's my seeds. I'm just going to cover them. Cover the seeds with soil. So cover the seeds with soil. Pat it down. And I'm going to add some water. Alright, you guys, that's how you plant. Make sure you label these, so I know these are watermelon and jalapeno plant. If you forget... Alright, you guys, I came back. This is what I'm doing with the pepper plants and the chili plant. I'm in the kitchen by the sink, and I just rinsed them with water. I've been doing this. I would just want to make sure that they're drenched, so I do that, and then I just let them drain. The water drain from the plant in the sink, so I don't have water everywhere. So this is how you plant inside. So I'll let these drain, and then I'm going to put them in my lunch room so they'll stay warm until the 1st of June or the middle of June. We'll see how the weather, turns out. If we get snow, I have to keep them inside because these will die if they freeze. So you just got to check the weather. So that's what I do with my pepper plants. Hey guys, this is my rhubarb. It's in a little pot. I have to do all the weeds over here. I have a lot. Here's my rosemary. I just need to water them. My basil. My thyme. So these are my little pots that I grow the garden. So I gotta do some cleaning. Take out some weeds. So I gotta do some weeding.